Good morning, beautiful. Just want to let you know I've been thinking about you all night. Last night I had such an... Bitch, wake up. You ain't sleep, ho.
Shit over no mother. Look, let me tell you something. I say this on air. I don't give a f. I got a baby with you, bitch. If you a problem, in that baby. I'll make another one.
And
that's who the f I am.
And they do too. There'd be a lot
if you down with me,
other babies out there.
And you show me respect, and I feel like you ain't no cutthroat bitch, I will die for you if you got mine. But if you running around here talking crazy to me, bitch, fuck all y'all.
Damn, now you put them all in.
All y'all. The baby you had before that one, your mama, bitch, y'all nothing to me.
In the case of Miller versus Rasmussen, when it comes to 3-year-old Zaylee Rasmussen, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Rasmussen, you are not the father. Miss Miller.
Be respectful.
I'm sorry. Miss Miller.
I'm sorry.
That's a lot of nerve, considering the alternative is somebody that don't want nothing to do with you or your child.
I'm sorry.
That's a lot of nerve. You just showed me where your priorities were right there. Because I held out hope that you weren't just acting a fool because you so mad at him because he cheated on you that you would cheat your child out of a father. But that cheering you did, what you cheering? I'm a single mother with nobody that loves me or my child. What you cheering for?
I'm not.
No, you were. He is over here breaking down because he loves this child so much. I sit here day after day after day with women hoping a man would drive 16 miles to see their baby, much less 160 miles each way, and abide by a court order and sign a birth certificate and come day after day and week after week so they can grow visitation to have a relationship with a child. And you have no compassion for not just him, but for Zaylee. She's 3 years old. Now, he's not just going to be heartbroken. We got to break this news to her. And y'all over here cheering like it's a sport. This is this baby's life. And I asked you, where's this other man? I don't.
What's up, assholes? I know this was a lot to take in, but as you could see from the girl in the first video, there was 2 men in her life, one that she wanted and one that she did not. And what did the guy do who she did not want? The guy who was very interested in her, probably had a huge crush on her, was in love with her at first sight and so forth. Guess what he was doing? He was texting her in the morning. Good morning, beautiful. How are you doing? I look forward to seeing you again. And, you know, last night was wonderful. And what does she do? She rolls her eyes back in her head, right? She had zero interest in this guy. The other guy, he didn't even do anything except just call her name. What's up, bitch? What are you doing? Wake up. I know you're not asleep. And guess what? That made her laugh, okay? So it made her laugh, and she was more interested in him. Well, and the reason is because he didn't show as much respect as the other guy. See, that's your problem, guys. You're treating these girls like queens and princesses, and they're really not. They're just your equal. They're just like you, okay? Imagine the girl at work who you work with. Do you treat her with all of that lovey-dovey type stuff, or do you kind of joke around with her, right? Obviously, girls are going to be more open to you if you just treat them like an equal versus somebody who you worship, right? They don't want to be worshipped. They want to be treated like an equal, okay? So that's what you got to do, fellas. And then look at video number 2. This gentleman here is obviously upset, and rightfully so, because imagine being a father, a husband, and you get zero respect. You're walked all over. You're the one who provides. You're the one who pays the bills. You're the one that deserves the respect, and you don't get it. Maybe you're the one who deserves all the sex, and yet you don't get it. Guess what? That's going to piss you off, right? And that's what this guy, that's where this guy is. He's obviously pissed off about the situation, and rightfully so, because he did not get the number one thing that he wanted out of that relationship. That was respect. And then the other thing is, notice that he's complaining about not just his ex-wife, but their child. I imagine that the child probably turned on him as well. She probably was brainwashing him, telling the child things that were not true, turning the child against the father. Do you think this guy really does not love his child? Of course not. Of course he loves his child. But the problem is the mother. The mother is the one that's creating the unnecessary drama, the one that is causing all these problems. And so she's not making it possible for him to even be there. And guys, I know a lot of you are probably dealing with these types of situations. Maybe your ex is bringing you before a judge and it's like, he's not paying his dues. He's not being a good father. He's blah, 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 blah. He's a deadbeat dad, right? I've been told that I've been a deadbeat dad, but how? I've tried to be there. I've tried to provide. I've offered love and support, but I'm still the deadbeat. How are you going to take the child away from me and call me the deadbeat? You're the deadbeat. So just remember that, guys. If you're dealing with women like this, understand that you're not the bad guy here in this situation. They are. And last but not least, notice this last video where this gentleman finds out on live television that he is not the father of this 3-year-old child. Imagine the hurt. Imagine the pain of raising a child that you grow to love and then being told on live television, you are not the father. Imagine how deeply hurt this man was feeling. He had built a relationship with this child. He had built and developed some feelings for this child. This was someone very precious and dear to him that just got ripped out of his arms. And guess what his wife's doing, or his ex-wife at this point? Guess what she's doing? She's over there jumping for joy saying, woohoo, he's not the father. Guess what? She knew all along he was not the father. She knew from the get-go he was not the biological father. And what does she do? She drags him through years and years of parental responsibility, takes him to court, saying he's not paying his fair share. He's not doing what he's supposed to do. Right? And the fact that the courts allow this to continue on is absolutely atrocious. It's disgusting. How can you, as a fully fair court, say, you know what? I'm going to let this go on. I'm going to continue to allow things like child support and alimony to be paid to unworthy women. You're just going to let that happen? As a judge, you're going to be held to a higher standard. You're going to be held to a higher degree of responsibility. You're going to stand before God someday and be questioned on how you judged his people. What are you going to say? Oh, well, I was limited. No. You have to judge appropriately if you're in the court system. And guys, if you're watching this and you're dealing with women like this in your life, just understand it gets better. Just let them take what they want and then rebuild. Because just like the guy said in the second video, I can have another family. I can have another child. Don't think I can't start over because I can. And that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid that you're going to figure it out, that you can pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and move on. Because that's the most powerful tool that you have available to you, is the power to move on. So just do that. Just wipe your hands of it and say, you know what? I'm moving on. You go and deal with your problems that you created. Me, I'm going to go live my life and enjoy things that I like to do. So that's what you do, fellas. And if you guys like this video, please leave a comment, like. And yeah, I want to interact with you guys. I want to know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. I am BP signing out.